Hello everybody and welcome back to Alma. So we are just starting on getting the hoe onto the back of the John Deere, because the plan is, you'll see that we've got a worker going in field 16 doing a contract in there, and we're going to field 37, which I need to remind myself of where field 37 is. Brilliant. So it's just beneath the farm here. So we're going to get on, we're going to get these two done, and we're going to hope that this rain clears, because if it doesn't, I don't particularly want to be baling for silage or baling for straw whilst we've got this rain going. So we may look to sleep through the month and move into July, where we may fare a bit better with the weather. But right, we are going to go down here, get this done, and by that time we should have both contracts to collect, which, if we have a look, the total value will be, well, just over £21,000. So it's not a lot of money, but it's enough to certainly make a difference to the bank balance, and it should cover us. Is it £20,000 a night every time we sleep? Is it 20,000 that we pay? So if anything, it gets us through another night without having to spend any money. These contracts aren't bad at all, especially when you look at the size of the field. I do really enjoy doing these ones, especially because we can go 15 miles an hour, and I forget, what is it, a 9 metre working width? I can't quite remember. But there is another field done, so we'll lift up and get this folded, and we'll go on to the contract menu and we'll gather those two in. So get that one, and I don't think there is fertilising ones, but we did that in the last episode. So, or in one of the... anyways, we've done that recently, so I think it'd be wrong of us to go do that again. And then that one, I think we'll just leave that because, well, it's giving you 3 fertiliser bags for that, and for 6, it's giving you 3. And when we did 6 with 3, we ran out. But anyways, we're going to go park this up and we'll go rest, and we'll see you in July. So what I want to have a look at is, I remember mentioning about this oat field. Who owns it? Katie. So we're on a 20% discount with Katie. So is there any contracts for Katie? Right, she wants to... Typical, she's paying to harvest her field, which, that, to be fair, may not be a bad... So must deliver. I've never actually really looked at these. So we can keep 1,800 litres, so we'll get 20-odd thousand pounds for doing that. But if we can buy the field, that'll be a lot better for us. What's this? Oh, hello. Right, field 14. Let's borrow the items for that. We'll just send a worker up into field 14 to do that. Field, do we just go and do this contract? Because if we do that, we can buy the oat field. We've got plenty of time to decide, I think. So let's go set a worker on into hoeing that top field. We then, because the weather's good, we'll go jump on the baler, and I think we're probably best if we go and bale our straw. So let's go put this into here. We really need to get a nice front weight for this, I think. Let's drop that off there. I know we've got the John Deere ones, but I would imagine a bigger one may be beneficial for us, I would think. So let's put that on. Let's just go put some diesel in before we do anything. I would say that would be a decent shout. We also have our monthly duties of sorting all these greenhouses out, because they almost fill an entire sort of storage area waiting 1 month. And this diesel tank is either very, very slow, or we have a big tank on this John Deere. Right, and that's full. So we'll head over to here. We'll get this field baled. I did on here. Interesting how they're growing again. Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't think of that. So there you can see it there. There is a straw, an alfalfa swath there, but because it was raining, I didn't cut it. And now I can't see them. And then these ones here, this is where there's been hail damage. These weren't grown enough, so the mower just mowed straight over the top of them. But now it says they're ready to mow. So by the looks of that, when you have damage in the fields, they will regrow, especially in alfalfa, but it just takes a day longer. That's the only thing I can really guess on that one. But anyways, we'll get this turned on and we'll make our way and try get all this baled. I should have remembered to fill the net wrap. We do have net wrap available for us, so we'll go back up to the top and we'll get that filled up. And I think I've figured out a way to get around to be able to bale this alfalfa up for silage. I used coarse plate in the field, so if I have a look at the case which was used to cut it, that may still have the coarse on. So if I fill this up with wrap, we can then go move all the pallets, and whilst doing that, if I copy the case's coarse plate over to this, I can then set this on, baling the alfalfa. Whether that works or not, I don't know, but we will definitely give it a go. That forklift, I think, could be in the way, but we can make life a bit easier. We can just pull it out with it like so. I do love this cold storage. This is, I think it's a brilliant mod. So let's just pull this back to the baler. It would be nice if all the balers, like you see, there's got a handle there that you can open them all up, like, and then see the wrap going in. But right, let's start filling that up with wrap. We'll take this back over. That almost used the whole pallet. How many things? There must be 5 rolls on a pallet if that's used 4. Right, let's go to here, and if we go over to this one, does it still have the course? I don't think it's got the course anymore. Let's just put that back on. Oh no, it does. Oh, so if we press that and take that down, and now if we go on to here and do the course. Let's go first waypoint. We'll have to put this down to 150s, like so. And oops, I should have pressed start on that. Vehicle, oh, course place just repaired the vehicle. I was just about to say, where's £9,300 gone? Right, so that's now gathering up the alfalfa. So if we let that run like so, where are we going to put, I reckon if we take this over to the shed over here, so I'll leave this just here, and at least, oh, better put it on the floor. Why won't that come off? Interesting. Why were you not? Oh dear. Right, come off my pallets. Right, can we push it further on maybe? Right, let me just work out how to get this off. Well, if in doubt, pick it up and give it a shake about. We've got it off here. Right, let's take this back. I don't know why that wouldn't go on. I did manage to, I put it on top of the manure clamp to see whether that would be able to pull it off, and that for some reason pushed it further on. But, right, let's leave that there. Let's whiz back to this and we will go sort out our greenhouses. We will probably have some wool. Yeah, we've got some wool over here to bring over. We'll have to check the milk churn, and by that time we're probably worth getting the auto stacker on, because then we'll have to move some of the alfalfa wrapped bales out of the way, because they will be on the headland. So my plan is to go into the ketchup business. So those 2 pallets of tomatoes, we will get them loaded onto the van, and then we will load up, I think there's 2 in here. We'll get these 2 out, get them onto the van, and then it means we can put that greenhouse onto auto distribute everything, because it's also doing strawberries, which are going to our dairy, which is obviously making the strawberry yogurt. So we will pick these up and get these on. And then, like I say, we'll make our way to the town, get that hired, because then we're also going to have to go over with our water tanker, because I imagine we won't be able just to plumb water in anywhere. So let's put these down. That's terrible. He's hanging over that right hand side massively. So let's put them down onto there and pick them up. You'll notice I did just clear some of the silage bales from the headland so that the worker can get on doing the middle of the field uninterrupted, and our other worker, who's currently doing a contract for us, is 69% done. So let's move that to there. Let's run round here and get this van. I do love this van. I forget what was it, Y? Yeah, Y to unfold. So we'll put these in. I don't know how to get stuff out of this cold store, so I am just going to have to turn, because I play Saxlingham with the interactive zone markers on. They automatically are off on here, so I am just going to have to go on to settings here, general settings, that one. Now let's have, oh, that's got interactive control, didn't know that. So where is, there should be, here it is. So if we click on this and go tomatoes, well, both of them. So where does it now spawn them? I'm going to have a guess that they're now out round the back, hence why it's got such a big back area. No. Where are my tomatoes? Just, oh, here they are. Oh, right, I can't leave the wool where I've been leaving it because that will just cause us nothing but problems. So we are going to have to get them shifted. Which can they go? I don't know. We can put them in the cold store, just I don't think anyone would want their plums, lemons or oranges to be next to a pallet of wool. I know the smell wouldn't be the nicest of things. So let's just put these onto there like so. And then let's just have a look. So if we fold those sides back up, put the straps over, let's just have a look at, where are you? So he's still baling all alright there. So yeah, we'll make our way up to the store so we can go drop these off. We'll rent the ketchup production before we drop these off because I don't want to be paid and then get these as an added bonus already in there. Oh, I've actually driven past the ketchup factory, so let's turn around. I've also noticed it's got a grain museum. Is it a grain elevator museum? I can't remember, where we can go and send timber to build. So that may be worth giving that a go, having a look, but we'll just have to wait and see. Because if we do, I know exactly what we'll do is we'll purchase Farmland 40 because it's only worth 39. Well, we can get it for 29 and a bit with that discount, and then we'd put a sawmill up there and literally just cut everything down and drag it straight in. But right, let's go lease this now. So we want to lease, yes please, $4.10 a day. So ketchup and water. So we want to find this one. So tomatoes, distribute, get them going. So that they will naturally now start to come up to here. We can hop back into our truck. Ooh, we're on the wrong side of the road. If we take that off, get them into there, then we'll have to come back up here with our tractor and tanker. And is there a water point anywhere? Ooh. What's methane, propane and fuel? Right, can we, just whilst I'm thinking on, okay, so we could buy that farm, buy this land, which means we can then put a water point in. It's just rather annoying that we can't do anything about that now, I don't think. So let's go construction, containers, water. I'm hoping that I've got place anywhere on, because if I do, then this is perfect. We can just go place. Okay, so we can't put it there because it looks to be a trigger there, but we could possibly put it up against this wall here. This is Black Sheep Modding's water tank. I'll absolutely love it. That'll do. Right, let's go get a tractor and our water trailer. Scratch that, both our tractors are in use. So what I will do is we'll get all these silage bales picked up and sorted, and then we can go look at getting over with the water trailer to get some water into the ketchup. Well, that is about perfect timing. He's just finished that contract in the field. So I thought on our way here, we're coming this way, we might as well get some milk, especially because we had 4,375 litres and this is only an 8,000 litre tank. So it would be very much a wasted journey. So it's always very good to do backloads. So we'll tip this into the dairy and then we'll make our way up to the ketchup, where we'll then start leading water into there. You lot are blocking the road. Let's just go wide round like so. And then into... No wonder we struggled the other day with that. It's a tiny trigger box. It's not big at all. So get this tipped in and then I will see you up at the ketchup factory. I can't believe I drove straight past it that first time. There is a big ketchup bottle on the top. Right, let's just sneak in before this car here. And if we go... Have I put that the wrong way around? Why does it not show me a water trigger? It doesn't matter, we've got one anyways. So right, we'll put one load of water in, then we can activate the production, and then depending on how much more it needs, we can put a few more in to see. And it'll be interesting to see actually how fast it does use water up. Right, 8,000 litres in. Oh, there's a car there, that was very close. Right, let's move that to there. And now let's go to our factories. Ketchup. I thought I was leasing the dairy. Why does it not say lease on it? Interesting. So, oh, water doesn't take a lot at all. So, ketchup, activate. We'll start. We'll whiz round. We'll put another load in. So we only want 2,000 litres. So I'd imagine it doesn't use water a lot at all if it's only got a 10,000 litre capacity. Right, let's leave that at that. Which, to be fair, thinking about it, we could have filled it up because we'll have the greenhouses too. We could have just banged it straight into the greenhouses. Right, that is done. We'll get this back to the yard and we'll see how the John Deere's getting on. I'm guessing he would have finished baling by now, which means that we can move on to try and finish off the straw, the barley straw. Right, so we will just tip this 137 litres out into there, which that's life-changing, that amount of water. We'll go get this trailer. Is he stuck? Can't make out what he's doing. He's either stuck or he's finished. But we'll get the remainder of these bales on, of these silage bales, and then we can finish off baling the barley straw. And whilst I remember, because I've got a habit of doing this, forgetting that contracts are complete, we will go on to here, go on to the hiring contract, so we'll collect that. That's 42,000. And I have decided, I know we did it in, well, the worker did it in one of the previous episodes, we are going to do that. We're going to borrow the items, and we're also going to, no, one of these ones, we're going to buy another bag of solid fertilizer, because if I remember rightly, we ran out last time. So we're going to get them, and then yeah, so in the next episode that can be one of our jobs, is to get on and get that get that fertilized. Well, I made a mistake. I kind of forgot the silage bales were being done at 150, which meant that we did a few straw bales at 150. So I'm thinking that if we go straight with the auto stacker, we're not going to do it now, but if we come into the field with the auto stacker, we will be able to, or should be able to, load those straw bales straight on with the silage bales. I think it's fairly evident there. I think, what does it look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 that needs doing. But yeah, bit of a boo-boo. Oh well. But right, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.